the difference between wenn, falls and sofern. Today's video is about conditional clauses. So I will teach you when and how to use conditional clauses. In English, they're called if sentences. In German, we use wenn, falls and sofern instead of if. So there are three different ifs. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is conditional clauses, Conditionalsätze, so subordinate clauses, Nebensätze that start with wenn, falls or sofern. I will explain to you in a second with the help of my ebook everything you have to know. So let's switch into my ebook German Grammar Explained Easily. So in my ebook German Grammar Explained Easily, and today's topic is conditional clauses, so the German conjunctions wenn, falls and sofern. So let's go to the topic here in my ebook and let's go through the table of content. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can read it better. What are conditional clauses? Conditional clauses specify a condition or circumstance that must be fulfilled for an action to take place. So, easier words, it's condition. You have to do something first, so something has to happen first before another action can happen. The question words in German for this are wann and unter welcher Bedingung. So when or under which condition. And the conjunctions are wenn, falls and sofern. And a conditional clause is subordinate clause. That means the verb needs to be at the end of the sentence. So let's have a look at the first example here. Wann kommst du nach Hause? So when do you come home? When will you come home? Ich komme nach Hause, wenn ich mit der Arbeit fertig bin. So I will come home when my work will be done, word by word. So when I'm done with work. So here, the condition to finish work, to be done with work, has to be fulfilled before the action of the main clause can happen. So to come home. So I have to be done with work before I can go home. So this has to be finished first, this action, this condition, and then this can happen. And the subordinate clause is here always the one that states what is necessary for the main clause to occur. So as another example here, wenn das Wetter schön ist, gehe ich morgen spazieren. So the condition is if the weather is nice tomorrow, then the main clause is gonna happen. I will go for a walk tomorrow, but only if the weather is nice. The weather is bad, I will not go for work. So action of the main clause won't happen. So there's always an action that comes first that has to be fulfilled in order to make the next action possible. In German, we have several different conjunctions that mean pretty much the same as if in English, pretty much all of them. But the difference between those three lies in the probability. So how likely is it that the condition will be fulfilled? And with when, that's pretty neutral. So there is no real indication if it's very likely or not very likely. But with falls and sofern, we want to express that it's actually not very likely that this condition is going to be fulfilled. For example, falls, sofern ich keine Zeit habe, gebe ich dir Bescheid. Meaning, if I don't have time, I will let you know. And here, compared to this, wenn ich keine Zeit habe, in English, you would probably translate this. So just in case, if I really don't have time, I will let you know. But the chances are much higher that I actually do have time. So I probably have time compared to this. This is like, I would say 50-50, but this one is like, just in case, I will let you know. If something comes up, then I will let you know. But probably I have time. What you have to pay attention to is when you're talking about something that has happened in the past. If if it has happened in the past, you're not able to fulfill the conditions anymore. It's impossible to fulfill the condition. Therefore, we are talking about something that's actually not real anymore. And I hope you've watched my video about Konjunktiv 2 already, because that's what you have to use if you talk about unreal things. Stuff that is either a wish or something that is just not reality. For example, wenn ich mehr gelernt hätte, hätte ich die Prüfung bestanden. If I would have learned more or studied more, I would have passed the exam. So this is past. So I already failed the exam. So I cannot undo this anymore. That's why if I would have learned more, I would have passed the exam. We have to use Konjunktiv 2 here. If you don't know what's Konjunktiv 2, please check out my video about Konjunktiv 2. There are actually two of them. I will link both of them in the video description here for you. And the word order, it's a subordinate clause. So that's just a regular word order normally, because we have something special here. The special thing isn't that the verb doesn't go to the end. It usually does. Like for example, ich helfe dir, wenn du für mich das Geschirr abwäscht. So I will help you if you wash the dishes for me. And this is main clause comes before subordinate clause. If it's like this, it's all the same. But usually we put the subordinate clause in front of the main clause because remember, first position is usually the most important information in the sentence in a German sentence. That's why the condition is usually very important information. If you don't know the word order and what you usually put on position 1, I will link my video about what goes on position 1 in a German sentence in the info cards here for you. So what can happen if we put the subordinate clause in front? Well, we can all leave it the way it is. For example, wenn du für mich das Geschirr abwischst, helfe ich dir. This is an entirely correct sentence, but we have a second option here if we put the subordinate clause, the conditional clause with wenn in front. So this is the normal version. Wenn du zu spät kommst, gibt es Ärger. So if you're late, you will be in trouble. You can also say, kommst du zu spät, gibt es Ärger. This is the exact same meaning, but pay attention, we drop the when and put the verb in the first position. It's still a conditional clause, but we drop the conjunction and put the verb in position number 1. This is a very special thing with conditional clauses. What's the difference between those two versions? Well, if you drop when, it sounds way more like a warning or even a threat. So this is more or less, wenn du zu spät kommst, gibt es Ärger, versus this one, kommst du zu spät, gibt es Ärger. So this is more like, well, yeah, you've never been too late, but I want to mention it. While this one is, if you come late again, you will be really, really in trouble. That's already like when your dad is very angry at you, maybe because last time you came late or didn't do what he was expecting you to do, and now he's already angry with you. And same here, wenn du mich anlügst, bekommst du eine Woche Hausarrest. If you lie to me, you will be grounded for 1 week. Lügst du mich an, bekommst du eine Woche Hausarrest. Same here. This is much more like a warning or a threat. That sounds much more aggressive than the first version. This is only possible with conditional clauses. So pay attention here. That's very special about the word order and conditional clauses. So now you know all the secrets of German Konditionalsätze, conditional clauses. Always keep in mind the special version where you can actually drop the conjunction and bring the verb back to the front. And if you have any further questions about Konditionalsätze, then please let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please don't forget the thumbs up button. And if you haven't done it yet, of course, please subscribe to my channel. This, including sharing the videos, always a great support. And if you want to do even more or bring your German to the next level, you can also buy the ebook that you've just seen in this video, alone or together with 10 other ebooks, all about German grammar, where I explain to you everything the easy way, and of course with plenty of exercises for you to practice what you've just learned. And of course, you'll find the link to this in the description of the video here below. And then I hope I will see you again in one of my other videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.